the international desk, Donald Trump will skip the next Republican debate. The Zika virus spreads to Europe, and the mystery surrounding a little boy wearing a plastic football jersey is finally solved. Welcome to the International Desk. I'm Lynda Kinkade. We start with Donald Trump's unprecedented move to skip Thursday's presidential debate in Iowa. He'll miss the final face-off with Republican hopefuls before Monday's caucuses. Sunlen Sefaty tells us why Trump is opting out and what he's got planned instead, and how Ted Cruz could take advantage.
With 5 days left to drum up support ahead of the Iowa caucuses and just a day shy of the next GOP Fox debate,
I said bye-bye.
Donald Trump going rogue, dumping Fox News.
Probably I won't be doing the debate. I'm going to have something else in Iowa. We'll do something where we raise money for the veterans and the wounded warriors.
Trump claiming unfair treatment from Fox News moderator Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly's really biased against me. She knows that. I know that. Everybody knows that. Do you really think she can be fair at a debate?
Fox News standing by Kelly while Trump walks.
Trump is not used to not controlling things, but the truth is, he doesn't get to control the media.
So how will his power play fare with Iowans just before the first votes are cast? The RNC responding to Trump's move, telling CNN, quote, obviously we would love all of the candidates to participate, but each campaign ultimately makes their own decision, what's in their best interest. But Ted Cruz, Trump's main opposition in the GOP race, says not so fast.
Apparently, Megyn Kelly is really, really scary. Donald is a fragile soul.
The Texas senator issuing this challenge to the frontrunner.
If he's unwilling to stand on the debate stage with the other candidates, then I would like to invite Donald right now to engage in a one-on-one debate with me anytime between now and the Iowa caucuses.
Trump putting the final nail in the coffin Tuesday night after Fox News released a tongue-in-cheek statement poking fun at Trump's threats to back out, saying in part, quote, we learned from a secret back channel that the Ayatollah and Putin both intend to treat Donald Trump unfairly when they meet with him if he becomes president.
They can't toy with me like they toy with everybody else. So let them have their debate, and let's see how they do with the ratings.
Well, that was Sunlen Sefaty reporting there. Now, Trump seems unconcerned about missing the debate, but is it a good move? John Avlon joins me now from New York. He's a CNN political analyst and editor-in-chief of the Daily Beast. Great to see you again. Firstly, is this an unprecedented move? The front runner of the Republican Party skipping a debate simply because he doesn't like the moderator?
It is unprecedented in any recent political history. I mean, look, this is all Donald Trump's game, right? It's bullying tactics, and if you can't have your bluff called. He has been successful in other debates and having co-sponsors of debates removed. Now, this has never been officially confirmed, but a newspaper in New Hampshire that had come out against Donald Trump very intensely disappeared from being the co-sponsor of one debate. National Review put out a whole issue dedicated to opposing Donald Trump. They disappeared. But in the case of Fox News, it's this fascinating fight between two folks on the right. And as that fight escalated yesterday, with Fox News putting out a very sarcastic attack on Donald Trump, in effect, he wasn't going to have his bluff called, and he backed out. And we'll see the impact. It could have impact on Iowa. Remember, this is just days before the crucial caucus. But it is a strange, gutsy move that really symbolizes the surreality of this political season.
Yeah, very strange move. So, John, is Trump backing away from something that could potentially hurt him like this debate? Or is he simply creating a new fight? Is he creating another way to stay front and center in the limelight?
Well, or the question is both. You know, earlier this week, Donald Trump, with typical lack of caution, said that, you know, he could go in the middle of Fifth Avenue in Manhattan and shoot someone. He wouldn't lose any votes. Well, this is sort of a test of that theory. You know, he is going to be absent from the main stage. Will it have an impact on ratings? Quite possibly. Does it elevate him if, for example, other networks cover his rally in Iowa rather than the debate because they're not able to? Maybe. But also, to the Iowa voters, the remaining undecided in those caucus, and many of them do decide, as strange as it may seem, in the last days, Will they see this as petulant? Will they therefore decide to punish Donald Trump because they decide he's more about being all about himself than running for president? There are so many X factors that are unusual in this race. All of those need to be considered. This is a risky bet. I think it could backfire on Donald Trump, but so far he says insane things and it hasn't hurt him one bit.
That is true. Do you think this is all causing a big headache for the GOP? And should the GOP back one person to counter Trump?
No, that's not how it works, right? I mean, in the United States, in contrast to many other countries, parties don't endorse one candidate in the context, or leadership doesn't endorse one candidate in the context of a crowded primary. They put this to the voters in the states. The problem is, of course, that you get very low turnouts in many of these states, so a relatively small number of folks can have a massive disproportionate impact in who the parties put forward. The problem is that Donald Trump has really sucked up the oxygen in this race because of his celebrity, because of his demagoguery. And the guy in number 2, Ted Cruz, is probably the most widely despised person among his colleagues in the U.S. Senate. These are not good choices for Republicans who are looking to win a general election, and yet that is the situation they are facing. Now, if the question is, should the center-right coalesce around one candidate, that would probably be strategically the right thing to do, but right now they're in a circular firing squad trying to kill each other with negative ads. We'll have to see who emerges in the number 3 spot in Iowa, in top tier in New Hampshire, to figure out what candidate is going to be that center-right representative and whether folks with a lot of money like Jeb Bush are willing to bow out for the sake of electability.
John Avlon, as always, great to have your perspective on this. Thank you very much.